Welcome back, gamers. This is episode 112 of the Hip Pause podcast. You are here with your host. My name's Ayman.
And I'm David.
You're not really gamers. You're more like listeners. I just thought I would...
Yeah. Different audience, right? But we're not even doing gaming channels this week.
No, we're not. No, I'm not. No. Are you?
I'm not.
Wait a minute. No. Right. Okay. No, so no. I feel like every week I feel the need to change something. This is not the same exact intro every time. But every time I do, it's seemingly changed for the worse. So,
I should also apologize for my trying to spice it up ones as well. Sometimes I just don't know what I'm saying. And that good looking comment I made was so bad. Such bad taste.
Yeah. And completely untrue as well.
Yeah.
So this week we have the usual plethora of excellent YouTube recommendations for you. So we're going to be giving you a few of our videos from the week, a few recommendations, as well as our channel picks of the week. David, who are you covering this week?
I'm going with a channel called Joma Tech.
Joma Tech.
Yes.
It actually rings a bell. It's probably one of those. Do they always show up in the results if you're searching for a product?
No, I've not.
Okay.
No.
I feel like I've heard them. We have to check them out. And I'm going to be covering, kind of in a similar vein to last week's pick from me, I'm going to be covering Bertram Craft, or the full name of the channel is Bertram Craft and Wilderness, but that's kind of long. And it's just another very wholesome wilderness kind of, building stuff in the wild sort of channel.
Not again.
Not
again.
More so than last week, but we've covered channels like this before, but they're good, and this guy does a really good job, so stay tuned for that. But as always, can you tell me how many hours, according to your YouTube app, of YouTube have you watched this last week? 7 days.
All the listeners are playing that bingo game right now, scratching off the card, trying to guess how much. But sorry to tell you, I just got 13 hours this week. 13. Okay. I mean, that's decent. That's healthy. That's good going for a YouTube podcaster. Okay.
Not bad.
You were going to say YouTube amateur for a second. I was very afraid.
No, please. No, absolutely not. No.
Okay.
And for me, I've got a fair amount. I've got 22 and a half hours in the past week. And I'm thinking what a lot of it has gone towards. There's definitely been a lot of this. There's been quite a few of this Bertram channel, but I must say I've also been watching quite a bit of the channel we covered last week, Wrangler Star.
Oh yeah,
that by the way is a sub, and just for the record, the channel picks of the week, we don't always sub to them, not at all. So a new sub is it's a deal. It's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a highlight of a recommendation.
Yeah, exactly. But Wrangler Star, has got the mark of approval. The sub, it earned the sub, but Bertram hasn't earned it just yet. But we'll see. But yeah, I've just been watching some more long form content, some sort of documentary style stuff, which tends to be a bit longer. But do you want to kick us off and give us the first video recommendation of the week from yourself?
Yeah, man. Do you know my problem this week? Mm-hmm. I think all of my videos that I've watched are kind of related to this Joma Tech channel. So,
okay.
I'm it's going to be very linear, but the first one I'm going to recommend, I suppose, is they're all setup videos. Why am I watching so many desk setup videos? I'm ashamed.
Wow. Desks. Oh yeah, you talked about these before, I think.
Yeah, but I don't care about desk setups anymore. That's my problem.
Okay.
That's my problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So my first video recommendation, staying away from the tech side, is Cody Co.
Oh, no way. What did you watch? Because I watched one of his just the other day, actually.
Yeah, he's done 2 videos in a row about the influencer scams on cryptocurrency.
Oh, okay. I've not watched that. Oh, what is this? Tell me more.
So, I mean, I knew about it, like through other people talking about how celebrities now are just either creating their own dumbass cryptocurrency so that you buy it and then 2 weeks later you go on the site and it's like, yeah, this doesn't work anymore, or like it's completely dead. But more so you have like kind of washed out celebrities taking a paycheck from cryptocurrencies that are just even more dumber, but they project it so well that fans are buying into it and then finding out it's a scam down the line.
Oh my god.
And we're talking names of like, Elon Bulls or like Tesla sucks, or sometimes they reword like an official one by putting a Z at the end, and then you have people like rappers or like some YouTubers just saying, yeah, like, oh, I invested 25K into this, the next set of you that can put in 1,000 or something, you get this off. And Cody Ko goes through so many examples where down the line, that cryptocurrency, like their main website, would be like, this is no longer in use. And some of them are even so bad to like, we scammed you. This is how much we made. Next time, don't fall for it. Like, it's so bad how crazy such a new market is just getting trolled on.
I know. This obviously it's younger people that maybe don't know. I don't know how young though, but
of course,
you've got to. I don't know if what it takes to be able to trade for one of those things, or you put money into that. But
it only needs your parents' credit card.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. But either way, like, there's no excuse. It's just do your research. Don't buy some no-name thing. It doesn't. Just because it's a cryptocurrency and that's like hot right now, if it's not on an official crypto website and it doesn't have anybody that actually means anything in the world of crypto, not just some random YouTuber or vlogger or even a music artist or rapper, like they got nothing
even
to do.
Us. Even
fucking no, yeah. Just do the research. Jesus, I just feel like it wouldn't be that hard to avoid.
Yeah. But it was very entertaining to see how many there are in the space, because we've all been there when it started trending. Like, oh, what could I give a try? But it's so bad to see there's such an ugly side that exists and is doing well. Like, you think these ones are just the memes.
Thing. Yeah. But
man, I found it entertaining.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I watched another one of his recently. He was looking at products being sold on Etsy, and he was like reading the terms of service, and it's like no sexual content, nothing like related to sex, and then he's just going through and finding all these really weird, dodgy items that are most definitely related to sex.
I'm starting to like him now.
I mean, I gotta say, I've always liked him. I've just always been like,
you have said that.
Who's the other guy that he used to do videos with?
Noel.
Yeah, but I've always said, Noel is the wittier one. It's funny, actually, in that video I saw of Cody, he even mentioned that's cringe. He's like, oh, people want me to bring back That's Cringe. I'm not bringing it back. Yeah, pretty funny. So over the past week, I talked to you a bit about it, but I've been looking at this camera, the Canon M50. So, by the way, I actually heard of the Canon M50 from Wrangler Star, because he did a video of like his setup and things. Because I've always thought he's got very
somebody say setup. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, he did a video of it, and like he's always had really nice quality and filmography and everything, and he just talked about the camera and like the pros and cons and stuff, and then I started looking into it more. But okay, so obviously I've been doing some searches, Canon M50 review, or Canon M50 versus the Mark II or whatever, and I initially watched like one of this guy's videos. It's this channel called Tech Gear Talk, about 250k subs. But every single time I do a search, different wording, different things for the M50, his channel or a video by his channel comes up, and it's all these like different ones. And I was like, I don't like him. I don't really like his videos. You know, I watched the, you know, no, he's not making bad content. It's perfectly fine content. But, you know, I watched the review video and, you know, it was kind of useful. But, you know, I didn't really like him though. I didn't want to watch more videos by him. So, firstly, you know, I turned off recommendation. You know, you can turn off, you can say, don't recommend this channel for me in your home feed. So I did that. But then they still come up in the searches. So I was like, what the hell is up with this? He's coming up in every search, no matter what I write. So I went to his channel and checked. And there are a total on his channel. There are a total of 28 videos about the Canon M50. 28 of them. And
is that his daily driver?
You're guessing. I know what you're going to say, and you're right. There are more views on those videos. So he gets typically somewhere around, you know, 100k. Like 100k is kind of 100k is decent, you know. 100k is pretty.
I've always said 100k is when you are living on just your YouTube money.
Yeah. So no, actually, sorry, I got that round the wrong way. He typically gets less than 50k, like between 10 and 50k. But those the M50 videos, you know, push it up. They're always between, you know, 80 and 150, 120.
I see. I can never hate also, you know, working with what people want to watch. Like that's the idea.
Mean, yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, you know.
To an extent, of course.
If you get views, okay. But it's not like his channel is just insane on the M50 stuff. I feel like he maybe the first couple of them maybe did really well, and then he's just always had it in his head, I gotta, you know, people love the M50 stuff. But the thing is, if it's just a camera, it's like he's kind of really stretching it. You know, he did a whole video about this rumor that it's just a firmware update, the Mark II versus the Mark I. He did one about like, oh, the best video accessories for your M50, when it's like that video is obviously no different from any other video accessories for your camera video. And, you know, I just think it's really...
Was it all around the same time, or are these
no, this is spread along? This is spread out over like a year to 2 years. But it's still current. Like he did one not so long ago, like a month ago he did one. But look, here's the thing, right? When you're a smaller channel, and he's like 250k subs, you know, you really are just like, and it's tech as well. You know, you're really just like, fuck, you know, if there isn't the new thing coming that has come out, like I need content, right? And I need views, and God, if I'm getting views with that, like I just got to go with it. But we've talked about it so many times, but in the long run, you kind of got to do the stuff that's pushing the boundaries and trying to actually change things up and doing the things that you really find interesting and all that, rather than just following whatever the views are. Because you can see as well, these videos of the M50, like each subsequent one gets less views. You know, his last one, which was about a month ago, was about 16k views, which is very average or below average even for his channel. So I don't know, maybe we're going to see an end to it there, but you know, he did 2 videos on the M50 a month ago, like, but he, you know, he's done a review, but then he's also done 10 reasons why you should buy the M50. Like, what? I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know. It pisses me off.
Yeah, but I do see it a lot. I do see it a lot.
I know, but that's the tech industry as well. You know, there's no new big release, and
and if you're not rich, you can't get the new stuff before the big guys get it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean that's another issue. I'm looking here. He's got a lot of like the Apple stuff. I mean, there has been a lot of new Apple stuff recently, but it's tricky. I guess it is tricky. I could probably say the same thing if I searched for like the Apple Mac Mini, because it looks like he's done tons of videos on that as well. But you know how I know how it is, but just change it up, man. Change it up.
Yeah. I mean, I know how it is as well. Yeah. Like, there's a channel which kind of, if I'm looking at my history, that kind of got me into, before I started looking at desk setups, there's a small channel called Daily Setup Tech. And it's, I think there's like under 10K subs. But this guy did a video that got, way more views than his normal ones. Is he updated or upgraded his, is it Keychron keyboard?
Ooh, that's the keyboard I've got.
Oh, you've got it too? The
Keychron. I've got the Keychron, yeah. Keychron K2.
The second one? Yeah, the second, yeah. I've been thinking about getting the same one, but it's like, you have to get a wrist pad or something because it's quite high up, isn't it?
I don't have a wrist pad, and it's fine. Dude, we can talk about mechanical keyboards all day. We can talk about mechanical keyboards after this. I know about mechanical keyboards. Okay, bro. I've been there's some good channels as well. By the way, there's this channel Glasses who does mechanical keyboard like reviews and setups and stuff. Really, really, really good.
I think we just found the YouTuber for the next episode.
Yeah,
but yeah, this guy. He did one video and he just upgraded his keyboard to Marques Brownlee's specifications based on some tweets he saw like over time.
He did tweet about the Keychron, did MKBHD.
Yeah, like what he would want in his keyboard. So he did it, and then Marques found the video, commented saying blah, 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 like, you're my guy for like knowing, because it was a 10-minute video on keyboards, which I'm sure like the YouTuber you recommended, they know everything about keyboards. But then this guy, when you're that small and you're getting like 1K views, but then this video gets 162K, it's like, are you gonna keep making more videos about this because that's the one? But no, he goes back to what he was doing, and I respect that more than the example you were giving.
Really? I mean, okay, well, he's only got like 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 10 videos, but look, he did his MKBHD keyboard video. Okay, great, blew up. But then the next 3 videos are all keyboard videos as well. This kind of, reading this, it says to me like, oh, all right, that did well. I'm a keyboard channel now. Guess I'm a keyboard channel now. I mean, to be fair, he had one keyboard before but I don't know. It seems like he's gone that way. We'll see.
My thing was he gonna like start to dive in on that route of, putting in like the channel or like something to steer it, like he did with the MKBHD one. Mm-hmm. But we'll see over time. But I just feel like this is the well that some of these channels go into.
So what was he doing? Was he just swapping out like the way it looks and stuff, the keyboard?
But there was also I think it was like heavily on the sound as well as like how he wanted it combined for a certain. I know there's like this OS thing, like you can have a Windows and then have a shortcut to go to like the Mac OS, but he added some extra bits around it. But of course, it was also an educational video, just how keyboards work.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, but the next on my list that I've been watching this week is a channel called Atrocity Guide. I may have mentioned her before, but basically it's another one of those, documentary channels, mini documentaries, 20 minutes, occasionally longer. But she's got about 350K subs, and I've watched a bunch of her videos. She's got about 350K. She's only got like 1, 2, 3. She's only got 24. She's only got about 24 videos overall, And I got to say, they're just all really high quality. Even the older ones, they're all really high quality. Like there was this really interesting, it was only 15 minutes, but it was this one she did about a insane Japanese reality TV show, right? Where this guy got basically locked into a tiny little apartment with nothing. Okay, nothing in it. I mean, nothing. He had no clothes. He was naked, being live streamed on TV. And they all the whole idea of the game show, right, was the only things he could have or get would have to be stuff he won from, magazine competitions. In magazines they have little leaflets like fill this out, send it in, and you could win a car, you could win some pot noodles, you could win a lifetime supply of pizza or some clothes or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And that was the whole game show. So he had nothing. They just gave him stacks of magazines, and the idea was to see if he could survive on just magazine winnings, on sending off for stuff and winning the occasional thing. And
I'm confused on the magazine part, like why that was the choice. But I mean, concept is intriguing.
It's a bit older, so I guess when it was a bit more of a thing, and I also think it's more of a thing in Japan too. Sure. It was just bizarre, so interesting and bizarre. But yeah, her video on it is super interesting. It's like 15 minutes, really recommend. But she got a lot of videos, all of them, almost all of them good. That one was amazing. There's also one about the guy who lived in an airport, Sir Alfred. He lived in an airport for 18 years.
Whoa.
Yeah. That one's also
okay. I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff where not just the documentary, like I'm so grateful for like how you're giving me more information, but the topic itself is interesting.
Yeah, she has like interesting topics and just talks through it with plenty of, clips and stuff. It just does a good job, So yeah, really recommend Atrocity Guide. That's the end of my like video picks of the week. Have you got any more for us?
Well, I'll just say one. Actually two. One quick one is I'll put the most expensive desk setup in the Hip Pause recommendations playlist.
Oh,
this one was just too much.
From
interesting. Who? I think the channel is called Nanotech. You gotta love these.
Oh, Nanotech. Yeah, I've heard of that as well.
Yeah, you gotta love these channels, right? It's just you know what you're in for, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But my recommendation, which it's not really one because we kind of would expect we'd know by the time this podcast gets published. But I'm on Red Bull right now because I was awake watching the Logan and Mayweather fight.
Oh, of course. Yes, we need to talk about it. So you actually watched it.
Yep, because I bought the ticket from the first announcement when it was meant to be in February.
Yeah.
So luckily my ticket was still valid.
Yeah.
But it was 4 a.m. But I just went to bed earlier, but that still didn't help.
Really?
So I'm running on empty right now. But yeah.
I read about it. Obviously, it's like exhibition. There's not like really winners and losers and stuff. But what I read, tell me if this rings true. But what I read was he did well to the last 8 rounds, but that Mayweather was dominating the whole time.
I think I would say he was not trying as hard, probably better than dominating, I would say, because they had the same number of jabs, but Logan had more attempts at his jabs. They both had 7, but Mayweather had like 7 out of 14. Logan had like 7 out of like 50 or something like that.
Really?
But yeah, like power and what's the other category? So it's a tough one on like dominating, but yeah, if this was a points based one rather than an exhibition where only winning by KO would count, yeah, Mayweather obviously would have won, and he probably would have tried harder.
Yeah, I do feel like he will have. Yeah, but he had a lot of nice comments. But he also had some funny comments. Like, he recognizes and has mentioned how, yeah, this is nothing more than a money making scam.
Course, yeah.
Like he said, we'll see. We'll see who the real winner is when the bank reports come in or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
When the revenue numbers come in.
Yeah, he's made it known from the beginning. Like, I'm only here for the cash payout.
Yeah.
Which like, it's a tough one because it's like, for me, I like football, right? But like, if I had the opportunity to play with Messi or Ronaldo, like, I don't stand a chance. But then if they're gonna charity me, so to speak, I mean, like, I'd still watch it. I think I was kind of entertained, even though I knew that this was going to be the outcome. And lo and behold, you couldn't even bet on a draw because it was so obvious that was going to happen.
Really?
But yeah, no, I think it was good to see. Like, yeah, I think it was good efforts on both sides, but definitely in a different situation. Yeah, even though he is kind of old, he probably would have turned it up a bit more. But
yeah,
he could have also not been hit in the face a couple of times. So one could say either both of them were sloppy. But yeah, that was entertaining, and obviously it'll be on YouTube soon. The full match. But yeah, no,
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just an exhibition match. It doesn't really mean anything.
Of course not. Yeah.
But hey, they made their money. Good to see, some entertainment.
Yeah, good to see YouTube hitting heights, of course, even if it is in this way. But yeah.
Yeah, cool. Fair enough. All right, should we move to our channels of the week then?
Let's do it.
Who wants to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. And
okay,
let me probably start with why I've fallen into this weird tech space.
Okay.
So like, I don't know. Desk setups is one thing, but then I was also clicked on one video maybe 3 weeks ago on like some guy talking about his coding interviews for a job at Amazon.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. Just tell me how the interview went, what kind of questions. Not that I'm going to do it myself. And then no recommendations, nothing happened down the line. But then before I know it, last week, I'm getting loads of them from all sorts of random channels on like, what software, my top 5 programming languages, or what software should you use for this. I'm like, where's this coming from? And then silly me clicks on one of them, but I'm now watching all of his videos and I don't know why. So Joma Tech is, by nature, he is a software engineer. He started off as a data scientist, but he's gone into programming. I think he lives in like California, but he went to like uni in Canada, and he's obviously very smart. He's worked in the the FANG companies like Facebook, Amazon, Google, all of those ones. He's worked across the board, and he's even got like a Joma class where he does tutorials as well as like actual like classes that people could sign up to. Can I ask,
Can I ask, have we spoken about him before?
I haven't. I've not heard of this guy before.
Okay. I have seen his channel before. I'm just skimming a couple of his videos, and yeah, I've seen some of these like kind of sketch ones about coding, like how we write and review code in big tech companies. If programming was an anime, I've seen a few of his videos. Yeah. That's why it rang a bell.
Yeah, now that it's like hitting me, I've definitely seen it recommended before, but I haven't clicked on it. And that's what kind of got me at first, is I saw this background, it all sounded also sophisticated. But then when I clicked on one of his recent videos, A Day in the Life of an Engineer Working from Home, I don't know why, I thought I was going to see like your typical YouTube video of like my routine from start to finish, very serious. But then, like you said, it is actually all sketched. Like, he throws in his humor, surprisingly, when I'm always taking him so seriously. And I don't know, it just kind of grabbed me that like all these titles of like he's got an Amazon interview video. He's got a how he spends his 250K salary, and like I'm thinking like I'm gonna have a very nerdy response to all these titles, but he's always throws in like a good sketch out of it, and I don't know, it's kind of catchy, and I've probably watched like 8 or 9 videos from this channel, but I really like the guy, and he's also got like those even smaller sketches, like if chess was to do anime, that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, I think I don't know why I find it interesting, or like just seeing sketch comedy related to tech, I guess, is maybe a bit refreshing, because everything else is like the not standard Gus Johnson, but like, like the quick 1 minute one, like the those 2 Australian brothers, is it Fairbairn Films?
Films,
yeah, like sketches on just like relatable stuff that we have in our day to day, like about Subway or Uber, blah blah blah. But like to see on a tech level, it's kind of different. So.
I agree. Like, he's obviously a really smart guy, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's why I always think like it's breaking out a character, but that is his main thing.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah, I agree with this channel recommendation. This is a good one. Definitely. I'd forgotten about it as well. But because I've been getting more into like coding and stuff recently, I'm actually going to go back and watch some.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, more so you as well, because like you've been into it. I actually think if I was coding myself, I would find it motivating as well.
Yeah.
To like try and get back into it.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, good recommendation. So mine is completely on the other side of the spectrum, like not completely opposite of like tech and stuff like that, but also in a way some of it has a similar vibe to your the desk setup videos and things, or like putting together a mechanical keyboard. I actually think there's some similarities with Bertram's videos and this sort of video, where it's like basically someone who's really skilled and kind of knows all their stuff, putting something together, like a space or, a place they're going to live or spend some time or do their work and all that in a way that's, really efficient and works for them and just like looks nice. I don't know. I think there's some similarities there. But so Bertram basically does wilderness videos. So some of his most popular are ones like spending a 6 days solo bushcraft, no talking. In fact, I think he might talk in some of them, but I've not seen any yet, at least that where he talks. And it's basically just him, setting up a camp, showing him, cutting down logs for firewood, setting up a makeshift tent, cooking things over the fire. There's one where he cuts down like a massive tree with an axe, and it's like loads of work.
We know how much you love axes now.
I know. I'm still into that. Yeah. And basically will be just very chilled, nice imagery of the forest with lots of animal sounds all around and close-ups of him carving. He really kills it on the camera work, on the cinematography, like really does well. I'm constantly thinking as well, and I watch him because he does a lot of walking, and he's got a big pack, so he'll have like a camera angle from the top of a hill, and it's him walking up the hill towards the camera, right? So to get that shot, he's had to walk up the hill, put the camera on the tripod, walk back down the hill, get his pack, and then walk back up the hill. I just keep thinking like, man, everything must take twice as long. He's like he'll carve a spoon out of a piece of wood. And it's like, okay, I'm mid-carving. Okay, good. Let me just pick up the camera, move it for a different angle. Okay, good. Then we carve another 5 minutes. Now let's get a close-up, carve another, it's like, wow. Just so much extra effort. Because I'm sure he doesn't have a cameraman. I'm almost certain.
Oh, that he does it solo.
Yeah, somebody said it in the comments, but I think they were just being stupid. Somebody else said as much. So, Anyway, but the content is very chilled, really just nicely filmed and interesting. He makes a little spit to cook a chicken over and shows you how to cut down a tree, and beautiful landscape. I think he's either from Sweden, maybe Finland, or he's from Denmark. So the landscape and everything is just absolutely beautiful, often like very cold, and really recommend these videos. I'm going to link a couple. My favorite is the solo bushcraft trips, where it's just him hiking around, setting up camps, making firewood, and maybe carving a couple of things, cooking a couple of things. Because damn, man, like the chicken that he cooks over the makeshift spit on the open fire looks so good. Oh, it looks so good. It's like juicy and golden. Oh my God, it looks amazing. Looks absolutely amazing.
Your passion for this scares me. First axes, now like
I know.
Food cooked outside. You are gonna move out and live outside.
I honestly, I want to. That's what I want. That's what I want.
But somehow still remote working on like a Mac.
Yeah. Basically, just tether off the phone. Really get a couple of hours in before the battery goes. But yeah. Okay, well, I think that about wraps us up for this episode. We will, of course, as always, be back next Tuesday. So make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube, and we will be back at you next week. Thank you all for listening. This is where you say something like, bye.
Yeah, see ya, whatever, bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.